today. It's the National Football League. Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Washington football team taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington football team. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Number 31, the ball carrier.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
A gain of a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Third down.
Looking to throw. Watts over the middle, complete. That's Manning. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
9 yards.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
First down. Watts got his man complete over the middle. It's Manning.
Watts pass.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. First and 10. Watts. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Watts pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
A gain of 6 there on first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Back to throw. Watts. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Number 89.
From 17 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll run on first down. Zimmerman. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, Middleton. And the Cowboys Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Throwing on 3rd and long. Middleton. Oh, he almost picked him. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
4th down.
Punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Holding. Receiving team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Watts. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down.
Number 89.
A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Operating from the gun. Watts eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. To throw again. Watts. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Watts. His pass caught at the 4. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. On the carry, it's McAllister. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Yeah, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Looking to throw on second down. Middleton. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
The quarterback sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Throwing on third and long. Middleton. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Taking on the midfield logo. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from him, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Watts firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Back to throw. Watts. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with a flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Watts. And this is caught at the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
To throw on 2nd down. Watts. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 8 yards out, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And it is now 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup there. Over the middle, complete. It's Zimmerman. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Middleton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, It's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Middleton. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for them here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Middleton. This will be caught at about the 6. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Operating from the gun. Middleton. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Watts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun. Watts. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts
First down.
as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on first down. Watts. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, Watts. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. The Buccaneers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Lions looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. 27-17, the final, a 10-point margin. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Looking to throw on second down. Middleton toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at the 33. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. He goes 67 yards on the punt return. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week,
and the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Middleton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Washington. Yards that time on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
To throw on 2nd down, Watts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
And 6 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Watts throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harrison. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards and a 1st down Cowboys.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Right back to him on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Number 85.
Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Back to throw. Watts. This will be caught just inside the 10. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
Gain of 8. Brings up second and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth and goal. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. So the defensive front holding strong there on fourth and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lower than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
From the gun, Middleton. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, it's Zimmerman. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line.
Brought down at the
ball at the 23, second and 8. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Second down and 8. Operating from the gun, Middleton. They will find Davis. That's complete.
Middleton's pass.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
Washington on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's third and 1. From the gun, Middleton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Looking to throw. Middleton. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
Middleton's pass.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Brings up third down.
operating from the gun. Middleton. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. McDowell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll run on 1st down. McDowell. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Tried to get it on the edge there, but there was no seal, nowhere to go, had to step out.
Yeah, sometimes the defense just wins those battles because ordinarily the guy setting the edge, offensive tackle, tight end, H-back, someone of that caliber, wasn't there on that play. Defense wins it in a big way, no gain at all for the offense.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
3rd down.
Back to throw. Watts. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. There he goes, left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And now back out comes the offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st and 10, Middleton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 40.
From the gun, Middleton. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Throwing on 3rd and long. Middleton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. On 1st down, McDowell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
The ball carried by.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Cowboys.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Dallas, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for Washington, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.